All right, welcome to our monthly soul guidance challenge for July. Maria from Bloom and Angela from Grounded Dreamers. So let's just jump right in. These monthly challenges are really so beautiful. Let's just,
Let's go into
yeah,
July. And so we're
let's
at the
go for
halfway
it.
point. It's halfway through the year. We've finished, first half.
Yeah,
And moving forward now, we've done a lot of realignment. We shook up our routines in January, and we ended up with a little more of a compassionate approach in June. Now we're gonna,
yeah.
break things up a little. We're gonna do some work. And I pulled regrets.
Ooh,
Right.
interesting.
So this is an assessment
Huh.
of maybe something that uh, you want to shift, something that may
Yeah.
have occurred or you were involved in, and you don't want it to continue or you don't want to repeat it. But this
Mm-hmm.
is, first of all, don't beat yourself up, right? And this is part of life. And to remind yourself that mistakes are something you do, they aren't who you are. And pick one, in your first week in July, pick one thing that you wish you would have done differently. Like for me, there are some things I wish I would have implemented earlier, especially to do with my work than they are. But this is
Well,
where I
I
am.
maybe, well, actually, I'm thinking maybe first step is assess regrets and then pick one
Pick one. Oh yeah,
to be
assess
with and
regrets
work
and
with.
pick one
Yeah. So assess
and
them and then pick one to kind of be with.
to
And
work on.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
next card I got is karmic debt. So this is an active shift that you want to make. So the regret, oh, I should have done this. And maybe this is something with
Shoulda,
an
coulda, woulda.
interaction an interaction with another, and you want to transform it, or and you regret that you didn't act sooner. And so this is
Hmm.
helping you to replace, blame with responsibility. I take accountability that I'm in this position partly due to my choices. And so I'm ready to shift that, right? It's a matter of just acknowledging it at first, or
Hmm.
choosing empowerment over victimhood.
Hmm.
Just, flip it, change the script so that you can change the experience and the outcome.
Hmm.
And then I got the burden, and this is a mental energy. So this
Hmm.
is, goes
Yeah.
along with the regrets, but we're going to learn to
Yeah.
just like put down part of that load and move on with our path, right?
Hmm.
Like we may be carrying a
Hmm.
heavy load, and we need to offload some things in order to move forward with a little more freedom. And then I got
Hmm.
transformed with Raven, and the Raven represents seeing things that others may not see, seeing a new path, a new
Hmm.
perspective,
Hmm.
finding, a situation that makes you feel like it's useless, but finding potential somewhere, a little thread
Hmm.
of potential in it. This is an inventive and a resourceful energy that moves you away from victimhood or, oh, I shouldn't have, or it moves you away from that because you're seeking the solution. You're finding maybe a novel approach to moving forward. And then this is interesting. I got the friendliness card. And remember, this is being able to be with what is, and with your
Hmm.
own roots being firmly in the ground. This is perhaps you and your regrets, allowing for them to be part of your experience, but not to the point where, where they combine, where it's like taking you down or holding you down.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
there's a strength in this, in allowing it to be there, almost an integration, but not to the point where it takes over your energy. And
Hmm.
that's another way that you can just accept, acknowledge and move on, right? I think there's a reader I watch on YouTube that says that all the time. Acknowledge, move on. Really, really easier said than done sometimes, but it is
Well,
important.
I think it's through the befriending of the burdens that those parts of our experience have carried and being with it with that energy, we're able to not only acknowledge, but we're able to unburden and then
Yes.
heal and then move on.
And move on. And it's still, that act that you did, whatever that was, or that choice you made, is still there. It's still part of your path, but you don't
But it
have to
doesn't have
carry it
to have
forward.
you.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, it
the
doesn't have to
final
happen.
card is harmony.
Beautiful. Oh, I thought that was the final card.
That's the final
Oh
card.
yeah, harmony. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
are
it's so
in
beautiful.
alignment because we're accepting of what is and we're finding a creative way to move forward. So I like this reading for July. It's a nice way to start off the second half of the year. And I hope you guys start to pay attention to where you have regrets and how you can transform them.
Yeah, I love that. So like really assessing our regrets and then maybe really being with one that's pivotal and bringing in that befriending energy, right? And looking at the weight it's carrying in you and with you and then unburdening it, right? And that allows for the harmony, that allows for the harmony of the system. Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Have a
All right.
beautiful journey with this reading this month.
Okay.